On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
Welcome to London History at Home's Advent calendar. We're on the 16th of December. So let's open door number 16 for Christmas songs. So there's a lot of songs that are going to be in our heads for the next few weeks because they've been endlessly played in shops and on televisions. And I'm afraid Londoners or adopted Londoners are responsible for some of those earworms. So you'll know who to blame. Irish poet Nahum Tate came to live in London in the late 1600s. He wrote while shepherds watched their flocks in 1703. It's not recorded who wrote the Brood version. London-born John Mason Neale wrote Good King Wenceslas in 1853. It was based on existing stories about the Bohemian noble, King Wenceslas, and the tune is actually an Easter hymn from Finland, so he stole the tune. Londoner and poet Christina Rossetti wrote the poem In the Bleak Midwinter, and fellow Londoner Gustav Holst set it to music in 1906. Frederick Austin was born in the East End, actually, in Poplar, near where I grew up. He wrote the modern version of the 12 Days of Christmas in 1909, crucially including what is everyone's favourite part of Christmas, adding the 5 gold rings. And don't pretend you don't like belting that out when anyone sings it. A Scottish composer named Thomas Oliphant wrote Deck the Halls while he was working in London, while he was living and working in London. Again, he stole the tune. It was a traditional Welsh New Year song, and he used for Deck the Halls with boughs of holly. A chap called Michael Perry wrote the Calypso Carol in 1964. He didn't mean to, really. It was part of a college competition while he was studying at Oak Hill Theological College in North London. So he didn't mean it to be quite as big a hit as it was. Adopted Londoners, Paul McCartney and John Lennon, not really Londoners, but they lived here for quite some of their career. Paul McCartney wrote Wonderful Christmas Time, and John Lennon wrote Happy Christmas, War is Over, both in the 1970s. Queen, the band Queen, was formed in London. They released Thank God It's Christmas in 1984, one of my favourites. And another band that was formed in London, the Pogues, Shane MacGowan actually went to school in London at Westminster School. They recorded Fairy Tale in New York with Croydon-born Kirsty MacColl in 1987. Fairy Tale in New York frequently tops the lists of favourite or most played Christmas songs in the UK. If you have one or all of those songs stuck in your head now, I can only apologise.